Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Off to a Good Start. Today we're going to do, by special request, Yuan Shao with the start date of 190, so Rise of the Warlords. And we're going to see kind of what we can make happen here. So also, this was requested by a viewer named Eldith, so Eldith, this one's for you, man.
Stay your thoughts until fully formed.
The first thing to note
Shao
about
is
Yuan
the
Shao
Han's loyal defender
is
and will follow the dynasty
this
to
buff right
whatever
here.
end.
It's minus 50% recruitment and upkeep cost for captain retinues. Essentially, you can kind of have like a half-off discount on all of your units, or almost all of your units. Lineage is something you want to keep as high as possible. It allows you to both recruit new characters, and then also you get certain buffs to replenishment and the cost of your captain retinues and so on. But yeah, let's just go ahead and hop in here.
Rise, stark against the night.
Oh,
The
hey.
tyrant Dong
How's it going,
Zhuo
Seaside
wields
Keycaps?
the
Hope you're having a good
flames
morning,
of
man.
destruction. China is in turmoil. The great empire of the Han, stretching back ages beyond counting, is being devoured by corruption. The Yellow Turbans, thousands strong, began raising their banners in rebellion and seizing commanderies across the realm. In response, generals loyal to the Emperor rose up and put down the rebellion.
Alright, so there is an easy way to play this faction and then a harder way to play this faction. We're going to choose the harder way to play this faction. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we kind of near the event, the first dilemma really that this faction faces. But the first few turns are going to be, I think, pretty much the same regardless of which route you want to take. So let's take a look at what we start with here. Nothing I would call super amazing. So probably just going to end up being trade fodder. We'll see how it goes. The first thing that I think is important to note is Cao pretty much has a vendetta out for Yuan Shao. And so the chances that Cao will declare war on you, even when you're fairly neutral or even, you know, in positive faction relations with him, pretty high. So a lot of people would sue for forming a coalition with Han Fu off the bat. He's one of the easiest ones to get a coalition with. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to more or less force Cao's hand so that he can't fuck with us later, because I ain't about that life. So as you can see, it's going to be quite the hefty price for us to get this coalition on turn 1. But here's how we're going to do it. If we first look at our couple of generals, what you'll see is they start with a few armors. And I'm not super impressed with the Hardened Iron Shell. The minus 12 expertise, and then also the minus melee attack rate and minus speed. I mean, it's great that it has 70 armor and all. And then if for some reason we happened into the G of the Imperial Guard, like, okay, cool, maybe it becomes worth it. But in my opinion, it just, I don't know, it's a little bit lackluster for me. Same thing is kind of true here with Yan Liang's starting armor as well. Kind of in the same boat, so what we'll do is we'll just remove both of those, and then we're going to come over here to Cao. We're going to say, let us form a coalition. We will give you these wonderful things that we got. Yuan Shao also starts every campaign with both the eavesdropper and the stone pig. So theoretically, you can trade both of these over as well, and that becomes kind of your staple. It'll get you to minus 4.1, and then from there you can do one food, and I believe it's like 185 a turn or something. Let me double check that. Yeah. So this would be pretty much the way every single game to get the coalition with Cao. But like I said, we have a few things that I'm like, I don't love, right? So this, for instance, I do kind of like his Warglaive, to be honest. Let's see what this looks like. That's going to be a 1.8. Maybe we will just do the standard. Drop the stone pig, and then do a 185. Keep this pretty basic, and then the one food. Just to make sure that there's 185. Yeah, that's the minimum we can get away with. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll do a quick double check on some of the other
what for today?
Possible ancillaries we might be able to start with here. That's pretty decent. Not for our build.
Glad to see you.
Now, one thing I do want to pay attention to is what Hanfu's going to start with, because we are planning on taking over his faction this game. And so in theory, these will all just go to us, assuming he doesn't do anything with them. For some reason, he didn't really start with that many ancillaries, though. Just the 3? Huh. He got a little bit gypped, but that's okay.
State your business.
And then here, nothing really too exciting. So, yeah.
Welcome, friend.
Nothing too crazy that we're going to need to trade for. I'm thinking maybe that glaive, but I think it's going to be a little bit pricey, especially since we've already traded a bajillion things to Cao. We do, at the very least, want to get a non-aggression and a trade agreement with Hanfu. It's just, as you can see, in our best interest as well. And then, as we said, he didn't really have that much in terms of ancillaries that we wanted. I mean, I guess we could grab like a water clock out the gate. I think this is going to be too pricey. Yeah, 6.9. In theory, we could offer him the other food. And, well, we don't have to really offer him that much, do we? Now, is that worth it, is the real question. Authority, satisfaction, income, all sources. That's going to scale pretty well. Arguably better than the stone pig and the replenishment. You know what? We'll do it just because we're here. Yeah, I'll do 51. So we'll go ahead and pick that up.
We accept.
I forgot we had the bow also. So maybe what we'll do is this. We will toss this on Yuan Shao. What's Hand of the King do? Holy crap, that is a awesome set bonus. Alright, so we're keeping an eye out for a provincial auditor from here on out. The name of that doesn't ring a bell. I may never have seen it in any campaign, but here's hoping that we come across it. Because wow, 10% corruption? Yes please. Alright, so we'll pick that up. I guess we'll just give him the overseer for now. We're gonna get enough value out of it, if nothing else, for the movement range. And the speed's nice too. But let's see if we can dump these off on Shao if he's willing to deal that glaive. Because that was like the best
Glad tidings.
option we had available. It's gonna be a 99.2. Okay. Why can't I trade the bow? Hold up. We have this bow, right? Like I can equip it on Shuyo, right? Why can't we trade the bow? Hello, game. Oops.
A joy to see you.
Should be down here. Okay. Well, what's this gonna cost us? It might cost us too much. Another 185? Yep. It's almost 400 to Shao a turn. It's not my ideal start. How much do I want this glaive? I do actually really want that glaive. So we'll go ahead and take it.
Goodwill stabilizes relations.
Because for whatever reason, we can't get rid of that bow.
For China.
The glaive we will shove on Shao. And then next step is, I don't like Shuyo, so we're just gonna go ahead and dump him. And then we'll go ahead and start off here. Military supplies are a little bit low, but that's okay.
For peace. As I watched Luoyang smolder, I knew that someone must put a stop to the darkness consuming China. I knew too that it could only be me. I will take this fight to Dongzhuo, and any other who would seek to exploit China, wherever, whenever. Ready!
Alright,
Cavalryman!
so let's go something like this.
At the
Actually, I
ready!
kind of want to get
Steel
these.
yourself!
Pick it through the trees. And then into his face.
Cavalry, mount up!
Because I really want to trap this guy from running all over. Otherwise he's going to be annoying.
Full attention, G soldiers! Full attention,
So let's
Arthur!
actually take these
The
out.
time has come!
Put these there.
At the ready!
We'll put him out as well.
Prepare! Stand ready! Make ready!
Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll put him.
Attend!
We'll double up the generals. right here. So we're gonna creep these archers forward. We're gonna run our front line through the trees. Start working our way to the flank with the saber cab.
Take heed, warrior! Make ready! Hurry! Run!
Got a little bit more ways to go. Something like that. Pretty close. Alright, so now we're just waiting for these to get in position here. So we'll creep those a little bit closer as well.
Stand ready! To attention! Go,
I
go!
think we'll just have
For the call!
the generals tank us in.
Make ready! Our men have been discovered!
Decline that.
Warrior!
I think we're gonna take too much damage if we do let that roll. Binding Fury. Run that as well. We want these spearmen to get all up on that sentinel.
Our success looms large!
Oh gosh, get on the archers, bro. Wait, is he not actually in those? Oh my gosh.
The time has come! Kill them!
G-Militia looking a route. It's never a good sign.
Make ready!
Alright, so there's those. Let the archers finish
You
those
will
probably.
try, and you will die! You lack honor! The enemy warriors are running! Ah! Ready! Stand ready!
For some reason those won't shatter. These spearmen can't seem to catch that dude. So that's great.
Do not relent!
Those archers should finish them off just
Go,
fine.
go, go! Destroy them! Unleash fury! Show no mercy! Our brother is under attack! To them!
One day, we will catch this guy. Alright, surround him. Surround him.
The enemy
There
unit
we go.
flees! What cowards!
Eventually. We did it. Cost us a bunch of spearmen unnecessarily, but what are you gonna do? Mostly we're just concerned with keeping the general's health a little bit higher.
A confirmation of my superiority!
3% or 44 income. I think we're just taking the percent here. Possibly the military supplies, but we shouldn't need them. We're probably just going to be camping for a couple turns.
For
So yeah,
China.
we'll just take that to be safe.
On the march.
Okay, so now we get our taste of victory. Oh, that gave us a bunch of military supplies. So
Law
perfect.
must rule.
We're also going to grab the tax collection here. Additionally, we're going to grab coming from peasantry for assignment.
All must unite.
We're going to push over
Destroy
here.
the traitors.
This one should be a little more straightforward.
Prosperity and harmony, these I have in abundance.
No stupid general to run us around the map.
At last, let us be victorious for China. Stand ready. The time has come.
Let's pop over
Feel
here.
yourselves. Quick march. Go, go. Horses.
For some reason I thought that was impassable terrain, but looks like we can actually run on top of it, so no worries.
Okay. Move out quickly. Take heed, warriors. Prepare.
Give this army for a second.
Quick march. Move out quickly.
So we're gonna pop this buff. You might as well get it as well.
Ready. Ready to ride. At the ready.
Vision though, don't we?
To attention. My
No,
skin a stone. To attention. Make ready. Take heed, warrior. Prepare. Make ready. Take heed, warriors. Attend.
Wait, is that a
At
hotkey?
the ready. Ready. To attention. Destroy them.
Oh my gosh, get in the middle of this. What are you doing? Alright, let's put those guys there. Get them a downhill charge.
The enemy unit flees!
Get
What
away from this
cowards! Move! The time has come!
I think we can just go ahead and get a rear charge in a couple places.
No mercy! Feel the fury of the earth!
But keep away from those spearmen.
Move! Double time! Steel yourself!
Probably want to switch to
The time has
those.
come! Kill them! Move! Run! To attention! Run, run! Make ready!
So threat and break. That's alright.
The enemy unit flees!
That should be it.
What cowards! Hold fire!
Alright. And then we'll just mop up whatever is here as well. Might as well, in fact, mostly with our generals. Because they're the ones that we want to get the XP. Is he off his horse? Oh my gosh. Okay, just kidding. That's awful. Here, we'll do it this way. Maybe we can get Yuan Shao up to level 4 faster than normal. Alright, good enough. Very unfortunate he got dismounted.
Yeah! Another step on my path to rule.
Okay, so we're gonna go occupy. There are some situations where I do like this. At first I thought that 20% replenishment was like super good, but it's actually only just for like the army that attacked, and it just is like an immediate 20% and then done. So it's not like a per turn, which is what I was really hoping it was. So we're just gonna go
It will
normal
prosper
occupy
for
here.
the better under my rule.
And then they want us to construct a building in Yuan, which is no problem. What else we got going? So one of the things about Yuan Shao is if you just have him deployed on the campaign map, you're accumulating lineage. And you can pretty much hang out like in this middle tier area where you get the 5% replenishment, the discount to character salary, and the discount to recruitment costs for captain retinues, just by virtue of having him out on the field. So we're pretty much always going to have him out in some capacity. Now, the downside to having him out here is his retinue upkeep is an extra 25% from there. So we want to pretty much strip his entire retinue and start trying to field a little bit more cost-effective units. Eventually, when we work our way over to Composure, we might add an archer or two back, but for the most part, he's gonna kind of be just alone on his lonesome for most of the campaign. And kind of same thing here actually as well. Paying the upkeep on these really isn't totally worth it because we have access to those retinues, those captain retinues, that we just get a flat 50% off. So that's going to be what we look like for the moment. What else we got going? Let's check out.
We are listening.
So eventually we want to get this marriage as well. We want to try to build relations with all the factions that are south of the Yangtze and just kind of work on this area to the north. Additionally,
let us sit and discuss terms.
These factions as well, kind of here on the west side, we'll be building relations with, because we're pretty much going to be pushing into Gongsun and through him. We got to worry a little bit about Shao as well, but hopefully it'll be fairly manageable. Let's see, is there anything I'm forgetting at this point? Non-aggressions we can't really get. Oh, we've got a little bit extra food now. We probably want to start trading that away to get what we can get. So they are poor on food, they're pretty poor on food, they're very poor on food.
Welcome, let us talk.
So we only get a 1.5 from them, but let's see what this looks like. Going the wrong way. So it looks like we could get 45 a turn maybe? Or we could get something like, oh, not even that much. A little over 200 this turn. I think we'll just go for the per turn. And this will hopefully help us build the relations that we need to get the non-aggression for fairly cheap, if not free.
We take this
At
as
the
a
very least, they'll
token of
discourage them
friendship.
from getting belligerent on us for a while. What else? gun is pretty poor. Sao's probably going to try to rope us into war with the yellow turbans, but that's okay. Because we're going to have to worry about, I think there's one yellow turban area up here or something, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Oh, the other thing we want to do is actually give him a target. We want to kind of send him away from us and keep him busy. So we'll put him up against Dongzhuo at the start. Hopefully just the Dong and Lu Bu can fight Cao and all his cronies, and they can you know, take care of one another for us while we just do our own thing. Faction or satisfaction's pretty good. I would prefer that he had a little bit different. Oh, here's what we want to do. I want to get rid of these titles. So I think we're gonna go General of the Left here, just for the extra resolve, and then I'll take him to Legendary. And then here on this guy, we don't want to demote him per se. We don't want to put ourselves in a situation where we are, where we'd be getting the debuff from low satisfaction. But I'm curious if maybe we could do Patrol Commander and get away with that. I feel like we should be able to. It's a little bit of a notch down, but I think we can make that work. And then we're going to give him an assignment here for replenishment, because we're about to recruit next turn. I found out that the assignment for mustering, it doesn't actually work on captain retinues, which is unfortunate, because otherwise we 100% would have taken that, but we'll just have to kind of do this a little bit slower way. That's okay, because it gives us time for our
You
military
grant me a
supplies
kindness
to
in
tick up,
calling, my lord.
and, you know, other things as well. I think we can kick him out.
Rotten foundations cannot hold.
And we'll just wait till next turn. Eventually we're going to separate those guys and then let them lead their own forces. What else do we got going? I think that's about it. Let's move on. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Okay, so military axe comes out the woodwork, which is good. We do want a sentinel.
Welcome, my lord.
So we're going to
Your
split
presence
out
is heartening.
Yuan Shao. And we're going to start to send him
Nobility
this way.
courses through my blood. I need rest if I am to think clearly.
And then what we want to do is we want to pick up Dun. So if we look here, we can see that her past loyalty is Zerong. She's got good melee evasion, pretty decent charge bonus. She'd make an okay administrator in a pinch. Versus Hansui's alumnus here. And yeah, she's used to serve Hansui probably still does.
People are migrating here, but there
All
is
this
still
cutting seems
more
kind of
work to
wasted to
do.
me. So I'm pretty sure she's just to play. So we're gonna grab her.
The center.
Once again, we have this, we don't really want to pay like full upkeep for just kind of like these basic units. So we'll go ahead and get rid of them. We will, however, grab a G infantry, or Jian infantry captain retinue. Their upkeep is like the cheapest, and it's a pretty good retinue overall. They'll absorb missile fire pretty well. They're probably our best bet for going into a siege. Every other unit seems to have a lot of cav. This one is just a lot of archer, and that's not going to be that great shooting onto the battlements. So we'll just take this for now.
An emperor must be of worthy lineage.
And then over here, we want a G infantry captain. If we look at this farmland, what we can see is all this is just kind of weak to cav. Spears can hold the line against their cav, and can lock down their swordsmen if need be, while we get the charges from the rear with our cav. So we should be able to take that down pretty much with just this. We might even add in Yuan as well once we're like about ready to roll out. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Over here, we want to keep her somewhat happy. So let's see what we can do about that. We don't want to do that. It's only 10 satisfaction. So let's just give her the attendant slot, I guess. Could give her this, but yeah, we kind of want her to have that expertise. So don't worry about that. I wonder if I can trade that bow yet to people.
What for today?
Nope. Apparently bows are just something that cannot be traded. So that's cool. What a garbage starting ancillary. Let's see, is there anything else we want to do? We still have a fair amount of food. I feel like that's just kind of being wasted right now.
The art of politics exercises the mind.
We don't have anything, but they're pretty poor, right? On food. And I guess the question is, how much do we care? This food might be better put to use elsewhere. Maybe somebody that has a little more money, like this guy.
May integrity guide our negotiations.
Could also receive a marriage from them, but from what I remember, those characters did not impress me at all with their skills. I doubt we can get anybody to join the coalition, because that's just how Cao rolls.
Come,
Maybe this guy.
we will talk.
Nope. Pretty sure Cao just
We are
hates
listening.
everyone. But that's okay,
One's
because
thoughts
he loves
must be
us, and
kept as
that's all
sharp
that
as
matters.
blades. May integrity guide our negotiations.
Alright, so if we offer them one food, what will they give us? They would do probably, oh, not even 150. Or 32 a turn. Also not great. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it's worth it. I think once we start mustering our force, once they start to replenish a bit, and we look a little more scary, then we'll have a little more bargaining power, I think.
My lord,
But yeah,
I
I think
hope
that's
all is well.
that's about all I want to do this turn, honestly. So let's call that good, and we'll move on. Okay, so we completed that. We got that construction time reduction, which is great, and the cost. We also need to pick up 2 more units so that we can get the replenishment faction wide. And I think what we will do here is... This is free, and it will take us 2 turns to build it. We have 3 turns of this, so let's just get that free upgrade here while we can. And then we'll use our last little bit of that reduction to start working on the next level of the town, I think. So then with our money, what we're going to do is
Rotten foundations
we're going
cannot
to pick
hold.
up... I think we're going to go one of these, and then one of these as well. We might even go with a second one, because there's 2 different options here. One, A, they have a lot of archers. Between the city has 3, and then the retinue just has 4. So we want to be able to kind of get into those and keep them from destroying the rest of our units. So we'll run something like this. If we move in here and they come out and fight us, great. We'll work even better on the open field. If they don't, and we have to go into them, I think we can still be okay attacking the walls with this force.
I share the
We just have to be
wisdom of
sure
the
that it's fully
oldest
healthy
tree.
before we roll.
I am destined
So it'll take
to
a couple
rule.
turns for both these things to muster, but that's okay. I think that'll be alright. Let's check to see if our missions have improved
Diplomacy
a little
cuts
bit.
deeper
They
than
have,
any
definitely.
blade.
So at this point we could just do the 1 food. Although I think it'll get even better if we wait. Hopefully hopefully this isn't a huge mistake. But we're gonna gamble a little bit. We're gonna say that
Lead strongly.
they'll be more likely to bargain as these units replenish.
For reunification.
And then I think we don't want anything here. Maybe next turn we'll grab that or something, but
Do not
I think
let
we get
winter
by
darken your spirit.
without some extra support right now. Yeah, it's just a farmland.
History will remember me as China's savior.
Okay, there is our growing might. Some more replenishment there. Now we want to hold a few settlements, so we need one more additional settlement.
To war!
In theory, we could probably just roll through here at this point, right? And they have a couple medium cavalry, but outside of that, especially these archers, but they're really low morale.
Restore authority!
What does that get us? What was the reward? Oh, I see, it's lineage. I think we do want to start bumping that up. And Guojia, he's pretty good. The corruption alone, the anti-corruption alone makes him worth. But he also costs a bunch of lineage that we don't really want to afford right now. Let's take a look at our reform. Pretty sure at this point we're just going trade agreement. We did see that there was a few factions that have trades available. And so we'll get it with Hong Kong here.
What do you propose?
We could pretty much do it straight up for a non-aggression, to be honest. But I guess we don't really need the non-aggression if we have the trade agreement. That should just kind of naturally follow. So let's see if they have anything first. They do not. Regular payments, I don't think is going to give us too much, right? Like 32 or something is not even 31 a turn. No, 30. So then let's see what they'll just give us straight up. 137. Also not great. That's what happens when we deal with poor factions. Whoops, did not mean to say 300. So we can do 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay. Somehow he's changed his mind and said 35 is what we want it to be. Okay. That's fine. We'll take 350
We
over
accept
10
your
turns.
offer.
What else do we want to do? Let's see if this has got
Sit
any
down so
closer
we may
to
talk.
a reasonable non-aggression. It's still a little ways off. Who's he at war with? Yeah, so as we start to work our way into more Han territory, like this one, hopefully that'll get cheaper. Okay. Let's see, were we desperate to... Yeah, we were. We definitely want to move in this turn.
Heaven smiles upon us!
So we'll fight this on the field. They have a fair number of archers, but
Our cause is righteous.
That's
That
all right.
is enough.
we've got Yuan
No more
Shao's
words of worry or
activated
woe.
ability.
Only victory!
See what the terrain is like. Let's see. Oh, they're probably going to deploy on this hill, huh? Yeah. That's going to be kind of annoying. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll try a little wrap around. Yeah, there they are. So what we'll do is we'll head up this one.
March quickly!
And then I think once we get up here, it's going to be a little bit more flat. and then in theory we can just charge straight in there instead of trying to charge up this gnarly hill. We'll fast forward this up. Keep an eye on them, make sure they're not sprinting towards us or anything crazy. And I think, let's see, unwalkable is a lot of this stuff. It's going to be kind of annoying to go around. This approach might be okay. Maybe we do just go this way. Okay. Actually gonna make this a little bit tighter, at least to start. Just want to make sure his buff hits the cavalry especially. They're the ones we're trying to protect. Okay, so let's head in here. Just need our forces to stay together. And once they start to launch some arrows into us, then we will pop this buff and go ham. Gotta be in range now, right? Do I see them firing? There they go. Okay. So now we'll have Yuan rush the front as well. These need to open up a little bit.
Quick march! For the cause!
Same with these.
Horsemen! Go, go! Go! To battle! Take heed, warriors! Prepare! Show no mercy!
Maybe we get through those units. I don't have to worry about them. That's fine. That one's shattered already. This one should be pretty close.
Do not relent! Steel yourself! Destroy them! Unleash fury! Attack! To battle!
We get to those cav.
March at the double! The time has come! To attention! Attack!
Get back on those peasant archers. Sufficiently routed.
Ready! Our success looms large! At the ready!
I see her as being so annoying.
Mounted soldier! Key warriors attack! Right! Unleash fury! Make ready!
Well,
Move!
let's see if we can drag them back into some spearmen.
Show no mercy! Do not relent!
Those have shattered as well.
To attention, spearmen! Take heed, warriors! At the ready! Cavalry to attention! Steel yourself!
Let's get a second squad in here.
Attack! Ready! Strike! To attention! Cavalry, mount up! Make ready! Key!
There we go. Finally.
Look, the enemy run!
Alright, not too bad. Lost a little bit more on that unit than I was really hoping to, but
The time has come!
what can we do? Just hiding swordsmen in the trees.
Destroy them! Attend! Stand ready!
See if we can't get them a little extra XP here. That should be good. then same thing, we're just gonna occupy.
It would be prudent to occupy.
Try to continue to build our lineage.
This is my birthright.
And that's perfect. We want that. Send any character on assignment. Cool, we've already done that. Alright, there's rank 4.
Rotten foundations cannot hold.
So here we want to go... I think it's just going to be Zeal at this point. I want to try to get to Composure as fast as possible. We're not going to be doing much like normal recruiting, so understanding like just doesn't get us the value that we want. Same thing with flexibility. The replenishment's kind of nice, but we should be okay without it as long as we can keep our lineage high. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with that. We're not gonna worry about upgrading this. Even if for some reason, once we move off, if Shao comes over and takes it, we'll just come back and kill him. It's fine. We'll let these guys continue to ramp up for another turn, and then we'll have them roll in there. Let's see. What's our satisfaction doing? It's all right. Seen worse. Check one more time on our diplomatic options before we move on.
Who goes
It's
first?
not getting any better, is it? Wonder if we can get the non-aggression with him.
I'm eager to listen.
1.3. Maybe we do that. I mean, we do have the trade agreement though, right? So there's no reason for them to belligerently declare war on us.
What do
Should
you
be looking
propose?
at other places. 1.3 here. We'll go ahead and do it here, why not?
We accept your
It's only
offer.
one food. Now, ideally when we see like Zhang Yan and Zheng, those two basically all the bandits, we want to be very good friends with. We don't want them attacking us in the back. Okay, so now they want us to get second marquee. Okay. No problem. I think this is the first dilemma. Yeah. So they're going to give us this mission as well to essentially eradicate Hanfu. It's going to give us a bunch of income from peasantry, population growth, public order, etc. They're also going to give us this dilemma. And the options are confederate Hanfu or do not interfere. So remember when I said there were two ways to go about this campaign, an easy way and a hard way. The easy way is just to not interfere. Gongsun won't go to war with you. You can pretty much, run the rest of the campaign on your own terms. But we're going to choose the hard mode to kind of show how you might go about combating some of the issues that happen when you confederate Hanfu. So here we go. We have now taken all of his land and his characters. The downside to this is that Hanfu himself is going to be pretty upset. We're going to get eventually a -50 satisfaction penalty for confederating, but such is life. we'll just have to find some ways to work around that. So now while we have a bunch more units out on the field and we're showing a little bit more strength, let's see if people have
Let us sit and discuss terms.
different opinions on what sort of diplomacy options they want to give us. Let's make sure they don't have anything. They do not. So we can do a little bit over 500 maybe from per turn versus 238. I don't think we need the money immediately. So we'll do the, what is it, like 54, 57, not even, 55 is the best we're gonna get. Alright, so we'll do the 550 over 10 turns here.
We accept your offer.
Additionally, I'm checking here.
Sit down so we may
2.7.
talk.
Now we're already trading food with them, aren't we? Unfortunate. Here we go.
Come,
Zheng
let us
definitely
talk.
want to be seen about some things. Could even do this, honestly. But I think we're gonna do that with.
Let us
the
approach our
Dice
problems
faction.
calmly.
Yeah, this is what we want for sure. I will offer them a food.
As you wish.
That gets us another
peaks
family
offer
member, so
challenge,
free
so
labor.
that we may learn to rise.
And then I think we're getting pretty close to ranking up as well. But we could recruit Zhonghua. But I just don't know if we have the lineage for that.
China is people, not its oppressive warlords.
Let's take a look at our characters really quick. So we have this chick who's not very good, in my opinion. She's not free labor, I don't think. Yeah, we're paying her. So we're gonna release her. She's free. Han Tong's really good. Han Fu's really good. Shun Yu he's pretty good. Everybody else seems pretty pretty necessary.
Lift the peasants.
So I think what we'll also do is we're gonna recall Yuan, since we no longer really need him here for the replenishment. Maybe even next turn we could deploy him and have him help take this city if we need. The other option is we just get rid of him. He's really close to reach though, which is nice. Han Tong has this. I don't think he needs this though, because we're about to put him on assignment. So I think ultimately that's probably going to go to one of them. He doesn't need it because one turn he's fully replenished. That's fine. I'm guessing Denging probably needs it. Yeah, if nothing else, just a little satisfaction. Oh, she'd already moved that manually, so I can't put it on her until next turn. Unlucky.
Remain supple.
And then up here, we're going to go ahead and get rid of... Actually, before we do that, let's make sure that there's nothing else we need to do diplomatically. Yes, we have a wife, we have trade here. We do want to make sure that we...
May we talk frankly but fairly.
are friends with these guys. 3 food's fine. We'll dump that.
We are in agreement.
Let's see who else.
Welcome. Come in.
What does this take to make that work? 167 for non-aggression with new die. I think we do that as well. Sure, why not?
Your proposal is sound.
And then that looks pretty good. Non-aggression there. This is
A middle
really kind of
ground
the last
can be
non-aggression
reached.
we really want to get. That's pretty expensive though. Really expensive. At this point I wish we had some food left over. I don't want to give him any of this garbage. Well, maybe that. Can't trade that though, can we? Let's see who has that. Oh, it's her. And she's pretty fine on satisfaction because she's married into the family, so let's go ahead and remove that. And then we will talk to Liu Chong.
What for today?
Yeah, he'll do that. Just barely.
A successful
That
bid.
good. Alright, so now we will get rid of these guys here. We're getting pretty close to second marquee. We just need 4 prestige. So essentially, once we take this, we should hit it.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
And then we have 1 turn of this construction buff, essentially. I think what we want to do is we really want to grab that, or we want to get this. No question is, can we do both? We cannot. We would need another 700 or so. Do we have anything that we can trade for that? We do have that weapon, don't we?
Glad tidings.
I wonder. I don't think he'll do this. No, he will not. Wonder if he'll do the other one though. No, it's not about helping us in our wars. That's fine. 4.3 is not a lot, but he gives about 2k for it. So despite having the option to deploy that on Fu here, I think we are just going to take the money.
Strong
to make the most of
foundations
it
are
right
built
now.
on such small
Because it'll be a little
gestures.
while before I think he's going to get into combat, so that will allow us to pick that up for a discount.
Remain honest. Destroy corruption.
And then we will probably have these guys
Vent
meet up
frustration.
with
I am
Yuan
destined to
Shao
rule.
and push on the large town over here. The other option is we grab another retinue and then go. Maybe this. We would need a little bit more money, so like 1 more turn. And fact, let's move him now, since he's going to be replenished
To
anyway.
war!
Oops. Oh well.
Sleep quiets conflicting thoughts. Sprout ever upwards to heaven. Law must rule.
Maybe we do want to just drop these
Serve the
archers
people.
and then force march them over.
Resist corruption and endure hardships. Marching
Be a couple turns, but that's okay.
toward glory. History will remember me as China's savior.
And then I think that's about all we want. There's so many things to keep track of with this faction. Ideally, we should be trying to add members to the coalition as well, but I'm pretty sure Shao is just going to reject. Okay, now there's this jerk who's coming in the bottom here. Okay, looks like they're going to go protect that large town, so that's annoying. Clay axe. Oh, I totally forgot
For
to
China!
move into that, didn't I? Last turn.
Strike true.
Oops. Hang on. Let me think about this. This would just
For
be
honor!
a Pyrrhic victory. Oh, but then he's here and he'll come back.
Focus your rage.
So I think we'll just do one of these numbers. Hang on, what do they have for? They do have some spear. Yeah, I think we've got to go tower here.
Shout fury.
Now the other thing we need to worry about is this jerk off.
For reunification. An emperor must be of worthy
It might
lineage.
force us back away from Ping Yuan, which is pretty annoying. I guess the other
Lead
option is
strongly.
let him take it. He loses a little bit of his force, and then we move in and take it right back and kill him. Farmland doesn't have anything on the map. We can try to kill as much as possible, just manually fight it, despite the fact that we will inevitably lose. That might be the play, actually.
For the
That
people.
allows them to get over here as well.
Return to standard position.
Because I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't get to him is the problem. We also don't want to get too close,
Outwards and on.
because we do want to bait him into that.
Honor your ideals.
We want to be close enough that we can
On the march.
hit it next turn.
Patience
So let's
can
just do
snare
that,
any
and
foe.
then maybe we do this as well. 'Cause we're
To
pretty
my
much
destiny.
required to go over here to defend that, or at least deal with this guy.
We will
We'll set a couple
strike when
ambushes.
they are vulnerable.
And then hopefully that will just entice him to take it, and we'll take it right back. And then we can work our way into the large town there. Trying to avoid going across the Yangtze, because once we kind of open up this can of worms, then I feel like it's just gonna incite a lot of faction resistance or aggression from some of these other factions down here. Whereas we kind of want to just focus on Gongsun and deal with that, get him out of here, and then go from there. Let's check on our assignments. Yeah, we do need one more assignment here. So I think we're going to go on ping, and we will go probably food and construction time for agriculture. Maybe we just go tax collection. We don't desperately need the food right now. Could try to sell it, but I think we're gonna get We probably would get more from selling it, honestly. So maybe we do. Also, we do kind of want him to level up as well. Let's do that.
For the people!
Yep.
To arms!
Let's check one more time over here. Oh, we want to get a non-aggression with Rubio.
We are ready to talk.
It's a little pricey. We're about to have a lot of food though. So yeah, maybe we just do that. We'll lose some there, but because of that assignment, we should be totally fine. Let's do it.
A reasonable offer.
Military access? I don't think so.
Let us talk strategies.
Anybody else we want to worry about? Liu Cheng we have the non-aggression with, so that's good. I think that's about right. Alright, let's move on. Alright, just like we thought, he's gonna come in here. So I think best case scenario would be we kill his spearmen. That leaves nothing to stop our cav. How hard is it going to be to kill those spearmen? Where are they? They're hiding. There they are. Oh, well. They're unbreakable, so we can't route them per se. Tell you what, let's come up here on this hill if nothing else. We'll just chill inside for a minute. Maybe get a slightly better angle here. Something like...
Go! Go!
We're probably just gonna break immediately to their
Our
cav, but
hidden men have been
that's
seen.
alright. If we can get any kind of value, we'll take it.
Balls!
And we don't
Make
have loose
ready!
formation available, so we're just gonna get wrecked by some missiles for a bit.
Stand ready! Ready!
Just to actually
Rain down
attack
missiles!
those guys. We got one.
Our men are running.
Alright, and they're cowards.
Spineless cowards.
Deep hold arms!
Let's
Stand
see if we
ready!
can get a
At
decent
the
charge
ready!
here.
Charge!
Maybe even work on those.
Steel yourselves! Run!
Ideally, just right at the bottom of it, those where we want to fight them.
Destroy them! Prepare!
Yeah, they're just gonna run those away. Guys,
10!
and those.
To attention! The time has come!
Our warriors run.
We did not get many
Craven
units at all, did we?
dogs.
If we got 10, I'll be impressed. Okay, we did. Shoot, we got 20. They're all gonna replenish by the time we probably attack them, but you know, it's fine. I was also hoping they would kill more of the garrison, so we don't have to deal with that when we make the attack as well, but they broke too quickly. Wow. That is really good. We will gladly take that. Congrats on your concubine, Yuan. Unless he... No, he doesn't. He has that. Congrats, Mr. 10. Alright, so now
Cultivate patience. Embarking.
let's make them pay.
At ease. Destroy the traitors.
Close defeat. How about that? Hopefully I didn't miscalculate.
We have
here.
done well thus far. I
Oh,
am
shoot, I
content.
should have checked their items for me.
Focus! Your purpose is war, not oratory.
Oh, they've got a stupid hill.
At the ready! Full attention!
So I think what we'll do is
Our
head over here,
reinforcements have
take a little
arrived!
detour.
Ready! Make ready! March quickly!
Take a little detour this way.
Time has come! Steel
Be turning
yourself!
off the duels. Yeah, Long Shao's gonna be really annoying to kill. I always forget how strong he is. I probably should have brought a little bit more than this. But, this is what we got.
Stand ready!
It's really not that much of a saving grace
Our
here,
men are
is there?
spotted.
In terms of terrain, it's pretty much all uphill. Yuck. He doesn't match Jia. What do we have? Glaive.
Make ready!
I think this is probably the gentlest slope
With
we're gonna get
speed!
home.
Make haste!
So we'll just
March
this way.
quickly!
Lead, warriors!
Meanwhile,
Go, go!
set these up here.
Take heed, warrior!
Attention! Move up! Stand ready!
At least he has Binding Fury, which
At
is
the
good.
ready!
Just need to make sure we're connecting at about the same time. Also, I'm not sure what these guys are doing here. This is awful. I need you guys to clump a little bit harder than that. Let's not be dumb. Can we move as a unit? There we go.
Master! Attend! Attend!
Right about the time we start
Our
seeing those
brother is
missiles
under
fly,
attack!
Go ahead
To
and
them!
pop that.
The time has come!
Fight! Steel yourself!
So we can route these swordsmen
Feel
immediately.
the fury of the earth!
Show no mercy.
Okay, he's just gonna run past them. That's fun.
You are too pathetic to survive.
Sorry! I mistook your whining for a child!
Kill them.
Attack!
See those
Ready! Do not relent! Destroy them! At the ready! Fight! Mounted soldiers!
crack that one.
At the ready! Attend! Unleash fury! The time has come!
Man, he's getting his ass
Double
whooped.
time! Look, the enemy runs! Craven! Run! Prepare! Ready!
Put that on the
Ye
outside.
warriors attend!
to get our spears onto their.
Hurry! Move!
Wow, what a coward!
To attention!
Cycle charge these guys.
Cavalry to attention!
You over there.
Take heed, warrior! Ready to ride?
It's not looking great, is
Run,
it?
run!
Look, the
Breaking
enemy
so
run!
hard.
Craven!
Horses, stand ready! Show no mercy! Take heed,
It's gonna
warriors!
come back.
Faster! Attend!
Get up here.
Stand ready! Kill them! Make ready! The time has come! Strike! March at the double! Unleash
Hit that
fury!
super hard.
To attention, spearmen!
Shit.
Cavalrymen!
Forget dignity, be decisive! If we forget dignity, we are as savage as the enemy!
Attend! Ready! Spears to hand!
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
Destroy them! Show no mercy! At the ready! Strike! Ready! Move! Make ready! My skin of stone! Cavalry, mount up! Stand ready! Go, go, go!
These guys have come back. Have to get
Destroy
them up in
them!
there.
Make ready! Fight! Charge!
Stay away from these spearmen.
Ha! It is fun to watch you improve.
Oh, how witty! How very witty!
Move! Move! Steel yourself! Charge! Attend! Charge!
Our men flee the battlefield!
This hill is absolutely destroying.
Prepare!
At the ready!
Faster!
See if maybe we can get a charge into these guys really quick.
The time has come! To attention! Stand ready! Show no mercy! To attention! Move out quickly!
Let's try to pick those guys off if we can.
Horses! Double
Got
time!
these guys coming back.
Run! To attention!
They are overwhelming us!
Double time! Horsemen! Hurry, move! Cavalry, attend! Steel yourselves! Take heed, warriors!
Marshal this archer, see if we can get a chain route
Stand
going.
ready! Attend! Do not relent! Attack! Take heed, warriors! To attention! Attend! Do not relent! Move, move!
Now we gotta get out of
Move
there.
out quickly!
Come on. Get out.
The time has come! To battle!
Ah, crap, he's trapped.
Make ready! Faster!
Our warriors run! Craven dogs!
Fight!
We'll grab as many of these as we can, I guess. Stay away from the spearmen. Looks like they're not gonna let me get at this swordsman, are they? Let's see here. Maybe.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
Move, move!
Alright, we might be able to take down Yuan.
Go,
If we're
go,
lucky.
go!
He's being protected by spears at the moment, though.
Hurry! Move!
He's not on his horse either. He got dismounted. So what we can do is we can drag them out further. No, these guys. Where do they come from? Oh my god, and these guys. multiplying their units. I'm a big fan of that. They should just stay away from their generals for the most part, especially the spearmen actually. That's the biggest concern. Yeah, 'cause that was a bad charge. I don't think we're going to be able to get those archers. Maybe, if we're lucky.
All of our generals.
Good try. Now hopefully nothing happens to Hongfu here, because that would suck. It's also pretty crappy that Yuan Shao is going to be off the field, but
Stand down! Honor your ideals.
yeah. Alright. We got wounded. That's fine.
Attack! We must
Just
rest
have to
for now.
retreat back to Yu and
Resist corruption and endure hardships.
handle that a different way. That's annoying, that sets us back.
For honor!
Let's see if we can pick this one up without too much of an issue.
So long as fortune shines down, we shall know glory.
Never break, even before the most furious strength.
Now, let us fight for a stable, unified China.
Okay, I think we'll just go this way.
At the ready!
At the ready! Weapons! Ready!
He's got the glaive, so that's good.
There!
She's got the melee evasion.
Ready!
The time has come!
Okay, let's see how they're deployed here. A couple archer units here. I think we'll start by sending
Mercy!
them in on the flank.
Attention! Attend! Steel yourself!
And then
Be ready!
technically everybody has 55% block, right?
The time has come! Take heed, warriors!
That's fine.
The time has come! Prepare!
And then once that gets a little bit closer, we'll send both the generals up and have them each pick a group of archers to work into. Ideally, we would also like to get a couple of these axe infantry on maybe even just the gates.
At the ready!
I think we're about where we want to be.
To attention! Make ready! Take heed, warriors! Hurry! Move! Ready!
Get them in position to climb as
Quick
well.
march!
Attend! Stand ready!
Africa on the inside and him on the outside.
Ready!
That way hopefully her buff can hit all three units.
With speed!
Stand ready! To attention! Steel yourself! Take heed, warriors!
You
Scale
guys
the
will climb.
walls!
Maybe them to climb a little bit faster before they started getting wrecked here.
Ready!
So a little bit off. Hopefully we shouldn't suffer too much for it, but could have been cleaner.
Feel yourselves!
At the ready!
Go
Show
get
no
them.
mercy!
Go get them.
Show no mercy!
Stand ready! Feel the fury of the earth!
Pop them up there. They'll go that way. Should just put those units there. Why not? They'll climb up that side.
Now! Over the wall!
Blades ready! To attention!
Unleash fury!
Take heed, warriors! To battle!
Get those archers. Come on. Get them all. What are you doing?
Get ready!
Okay, they're gonna bring out their cav. So, I wonder if I can run them in. Doesn't look like it. It's
Steel
fine.
yourself! For battle! Stand ready!
I want to get our axemen on their spear guards as much as we can.
To attention!
Attack!
Prepare!
To attention!
Get ready! Take heed, warriors! Strike! At the ready!
Do not relent! Be everywhere and
One of those
nowhere!
again. Let's see, did I handle those archers yet? Not really.
Charge!
Let's get them on the spear guard, I guess.
Axemen! Do not relent! Feel the fury of the earth!
The time has come! Destroy
Alright, one
them!
unit down.
Ready! Hostage! Stand ready!
Our victory grows ever closer!
Start getting them in a little bit. Looks like we're capping the tower,
The
which is
time has
good.
come! Double time!
Steel yourselves!
Their tower is ours!
Archers can
Attack! Fight!
Unleash fury! Fight!
Go, go, go!
those
Stand
broke.
ready!
The rest of those broke.
Ready!
Let's get our cav headed in here. Oh, they probably have spikes though, don't they here? Guess not.
At the ready! Steel yourself! The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Faster!
Axemen! Stand by!
Skewer.
Stand by! Axemen!
Start working our
Take
way in a little
heed,
bit more.
warriors!
Mounted soldiers!
In fact, let's have our cav get in here and start capping these towers.
Move!
Prepare! Charge!
What the heck is going on here? This is just a clusterfuck.
At the ready! Kill them!
Move out quickly! March at the double! To attention, archers! Go, go! Run, run!
Come on, cav.
Faster!
Keep going.
Hurry, move! Run! Horsemen!
So we're gonna cap this one first,
To attention!
so we can stop taking a trillion damage from these towers.
Make ready! Take heed, warriors!
Let's try to get them up off the wall.
Do not
Try to put them on the spear guard, I guess.
Attack!
Those axe as well. We'll cap the next set of towers here.
Make ready! Be everywhere and nowhere!
Damn, that unit looks like it's coming back a little bit,
The
but
time has come!
that's alright. We'll just
Move out quickly!
stash them in reserve.
Ready!
Ready! Attack!
I think it's taking forever to break, but that's okay.
Kill them!
Stand ready!
Meanwhile, we're getting ruined by these other towers. It's fine.
Stand ready!
don't know why they're leaving fucking
The enemy
sphere
warriors
of
are
influence,
running!
wherever that is.
Ha!
Alright, you over there. Finish capping that one. Archers go handle those. Who knows what those are doing? They'll break soon enough.
Steel yourself! Strike!
Ready! Kill
Somehow
them!
that general has managed to work his way
The time has
into the
come!
midst of everyone.
Archers, attack!
Alright, we should be able to get these basically for free, I would think. We'll run a little bit of the ways over here. See if we can force them into a rear charge or something. Yeah, looks like we can. Gonna brace that way, that's fine. We'll just hit you from this direction. And we'll hit you from this direction. And we'll come back and hit you from this direction. And somehow they took the tower. They capped that quick. That should pretty much be the end of that.
The enemy warriors are running!
There they go.
Ha!
Alright. Eventually we did it. A lot of traffic jams, but eventually got there.
From the roots to heaven!
And we're just gonna go straight
Only by
occupy.
growth will the word be spread.
And then there's Duke. Some more lineage. That's fine. I think we'll go water clock here. They're a bit wounded. A couple turns to replenish there. And then we'll probably have them push up and help deal with that garbage.
Honor your ideals.
What else? Do we want to grab Gujia? So I like him because he makes a great prime minister. But on the other hand,
China is
the
people,
skills he starts
not its
with
oppressive warlords.
totally ideal for what we have going right now. We would like some composure for fire arrows and night battle, but I don't think we're gonna get that. I think we'll pick this up though.
My soldiers need rest.
Let's see. Pretty sure he can get to us in one turn. Yeah, he can. So we need
For
to
the
be
people.
prepared to retreat. So we won't muster yet. I don't think he can get to that 10. That's pretty close. Not quite though. And he's pretty wounded if he does, so we should be okay. So we want to get Yuan Shao out next turn. He'll be free to deploy. What else? Probably need a captain's retinue there. This looks fine. In fact, this could probably beat that. Famous last words, I said that. last turn before I got my army defeated there, like a pro.
Remain pure.
So I'm thinking maybe we do pick up Gua. He's a really good long-term option, to be honest. I think it's too hard to pass him up. He has so many things going for him. But as you can see, starts a little bit far away from where I would like him to be. He does desire a higher court position, but we do have that option. I think we go peasantry. He doesn't love Yuan 10, but that's alright. I think Hanfu is going to be the... Well, hang on. Maybe we just have Guojia do the administration for now. And then once we get the buffs to peasantry on the champions, then we can put them there instead. So let's take a look at which one's worth the most. Looks like it is just Yu. Because of 200 peasantry? Wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. This will be worth the most with the plus to income. 200, 115, 200, 135 actually. Technically it would be this. Is where we should put him. Yeah, I think so. Okay. And then, let's see. What else do we want to do? I think we get another assignment with that too, right? Yeah, we do. So let's check some of these other places. 115 peasantry. That's already where we needed to be. So yeah, we're going on ping with peasantry. We'll do it doesn't really matter, they're basically the same person. How about the wife?
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
And I think that's going to be about all we want to do here. We do really need to start preparing for Gongsun. We're going to want 2 entire stacks to combat his army, at least. But we got to clear out this garbage first, and ideally we would have consolidated those as well, but I might have to put that on standby. We'll see. I think we just call that for now. Unless we want to do another recruitment, we could do Zhonghe. But his retinue upkeep, not great. He does love our faction, but... And technically he's just a better option than Yuan. Maybe we just swap them out. It'll cost us some lineage, but I think that actually might be the best way to go. He's just a better version of this guy, because he starts with at least those 3. Not a big fan of Final Rush. Let's do that. Let's dump him. And pick up Zhonghe. Alright. Yeah, we'll go for fun. Maybe even deploy him here. Gosh, that's a pretty pivot.
Purged out. Let the holes peel with laughter.
We're dumping these because I'm not about that cost. And then I think we'll just grab. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think we were right before. I just got a little unlucky with the extra garrison. So we'll grab that.
Serve the people.
Right.
We hope this finds your approval.
We will not.
Very well. Goodbye.
Okay. Did exactly what I thought he would do.
Stand down.
We're gonna peace out. He shouldn't have the move speed to get back to us. Okay. Yuan Shao is back from his rest. Gets along with Shunyu, but not Hanfu. Okay. We could dump him here. Maybe we do that for now. This gives us shield wall and spear wall.
Remain supple against the rigid frost. To arms.
Sure.
Serve integrity.
Okay. So now what we're gonna want to do
Attack!
is I will probably actually let them replenish. Oh, he's got a backup squad. That's kind
The
of annoying,
mightiest
actually.
tree survives on its roots.
Let's see, he's pretty wounded.
Resist corruption and
They are
endure
kinda wounded
hardships.
too, though.
Cultivate patience.
Maybe patience is the key. Last time I was a bit hasty. They could try to 2v1
Lift the
here,
peasants.
but I think that we can just retreat.
Vent frustration.
If that's the case, we need to run over to
On the
town.
march!
Maybe we pick up a second retinue. Probably run this. It's nice and cheap. We will take this
I'm eager
non-aggression
to
for
listen.
free.
This meets our approval.
What else we got going?
You have a proposal.
That's pretty pricey. We'll not worry about that for now. Okay. I think that's about all we want here. I don't think we want any of those positions yet. Not quite worth it money-wise.
We gladly offer you a chance for honor.
Sure. Basically, I think just free money at this point.
Your acceptance gives us joy.
Wow, he really attacked into that. Does he have night battles? Yeah, he must. Can we get away from that is the real question. Nope, look like it. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I did not realize he had night battle. This might be the end of one of our heroes here. Fu, I think. I don't think he has resilience. Shun Yu does, but they might just capture him anyway. Let's see. Sadly, we don't have any of Bel's Hills to defend from. I'm right back here. Looking pretty flat. Unlucky. Maybe right at the edge of the trees, huh? Let's see. Let's back up a bit.
Steel yourselves! No
Trying to
mercy!
rush that corner unit.
Steel yourselves!
Stand ready!
Ideally, we put them on the
You will fall again and again!
spearmen.
Talk, talk, talk! Feel the fury of the earth!
Hong Shao is so healthy. And us with no spearmen. This is gonna be a little impossible. That's alright.
Make ready!
Our men are running! The spineless coward! Attack!
Shuyo
To
into
back on!
the archers.
At the ready! To
Stay
attention!
away from
Move
their
out
spearmen.
quickly! To battle!
To attention!
Prepare! Ready!
No! One of our generals has fallen.
Yeah, that's too bad. Alright, this guy's being a huge pain in the ass this campaign. I am very vexed. I killed like next to nothing of that dude's. All right. Okay. Did Hanfu survive? Hey, he did. Hooray. Looks like Shun Yu has abandoned us. That's fine. We have Goju anyway. Yuan Tan's gonna get the available assignments. And then we're gonna go kick his ass, because I'm sick of his bullshit. Oh my god, he's just gonna run from us. Oh, we can still
Stop
catch him though.
passions and strike!
Alright, guy. You pissed me off for the last time. It's going to please me to execute everyone.
time has come! Yes!
Of course they have a hill. Why wouldn't they have a hill? They always have a hill. Ugh.
Make haste!
We're going this way. Your hill is now
men
our
are
hill.
spotted!
How about that? Alright, let's go. Get the fuck off.
Prepare! Take heed, warriors! With speed! Steel yourselves! Covering to attention! Double time! Double time! Take heed, warriors! Stand ready!
Our comrade is under attack!
Go, go, go! Kill them! Ready! To attention! Young sir, fight! To battle! Prepare! Cavalry, stand
Wow,
ready!
Lancer Militia already breaking. Solid stuff, guys.
Make ready!
Is he not gonna get his Flames of the Phoenix out? That makes me very unhappy.
Run! The
I believe in you, buddy.
Phoenix rises! Attack! Unleash
We're doing
fury!
Okay,
Look,
nice job.
the enemy runs! Raven!
Huge flames.
Strike!
Go!
Go kill that guy.
At the ready! Steel yourselves! To attention! Cavalry!
Charge those.
Show no mercy! Destroy them! Stand ready! Steel
Oh
yourselves!
my god.
At the ready! Ready! Do not relent! Take heed, warriors! Make ready! Destroy them! Attack! Unleash fury! Do not relent!
Our men flee the battlefield!
This guy is the most annoying ever. You know what?
The time has come!
Here we go.
At the ready! Double time! Stand ready!
Come here.
Move! Go!
Surround.
Go!
I believe in you. Surround.
Destroy them! March at the double! To attention, spearmen! Cavalry!
Yeah, these things don't break, I forgot. Should
The
just put
enemy
one unit
warriors
on
are
them.
running! Ha!
And
At
on
the
this dude.
ready! To attention! The time has come! Strike! Ready! Raise spears! Hurry! Move!
And he's coming back. Cool.
Stand ready! Take heed, warrior! My skin of stone! Move out quickly!
Surround him. I believe in you.
Go, go, go!
Oh my god.
Faster! Steel yourself! Double time! Do not relent!
Come
March
on.
at the double!
You can do it.
Spears! Prepare!
I believe in
Quick
you.
march! Make ready! To attention!
It's your final battle,
yeah, shit, she's
so
gonna get
make
that.
it count!
You belittle yourself with your words.
Make ready! Cavalry, attend! Cavalry!
Let her do her berserk thing while we go find other things to do.
Attend me, spearmen! Unleash fury!
Try to finish off these stupid militia of virtue.
Stand ready! Fight! To battle!
Surround. There's like one dude there. I believe in y'all. Oh my god, we did it. Okay. We'll Well, that's fun. Crap, he's probably gonna come back too. I don't think we wiped his force. Maybe we did. Hopefully we did. Alright, looks like we did.
Let feasting commence!
We're just gonna execute all of the
Consider
general
this a
principle.
mercy. They deserve nothing left. With
I'll
me
take the replenish. Oh, looks like we got him. Okay.
to restore order.
China is people,
Alright.
not its oppressive
And
war.
then there's this guy. They're healthy enough that they can withstand that.
Honor your ideals.
So I think we just move in here and take the farmland. Local admin. I think we put that on Guojia. Yeah. Some free public order out of the deal. Nothing else.
To arms! Cultivate patience.
And then they should still be pretty beat up. Yeah, they are.
Bend, do not break.
We shall remain steadfast before any foe.
They are a blight on all of China.
Let future generations tell of our glory here today.
Take heed, warriors! Make ready!
They're gonna be on this hill. Got to it.
At the ready!
And this time we don't have any range block except from these.
Prepare!
That's fine.
Quick march!
Just head up the front.
Steel yourself! The time has come! Stand ready! Attend! Move out quickly!
Mostly we just want to keep those protected.
Ready! At the ready! Cavalry, attend! Combat all! Fight! For China!
Guess the jig's up, we're just gonna rush.
Steel yourselves! Take heed, warriors!
Attend!
Attend! Ready! Feel the fury of the earth! Make ready!
Attack!
The enemy warriors are running! Ha! Locked and ready! The time has come! To battle! Fight!
Destroy them!
At the ready! Stand ready! Destroy them! Strike!
Alright.
Unleash fury! Be everywhere
Somehow
and
did it.
nowhere!
Our faith was rewarded. Only by growth will the word be spread.
Alright, here's Dragon. I think we want to change hers actually. She's attendant right now. I think we want to go. I think there's one that has expertise, yeah. I think we want to go this. Yeah, it's 200, but just in case, since I seem to be good at losing my generals this campaign, we might as well. I'm gonna give her one of these. It still keeps her there. That's good.
Welcome, my lord. Your presence is heartening.
Channel passions.
Alright.
What do you
And
wish
I think
to
what
know?
we'll do is, I'm just going to recall him. He's pretty wounded, it's going to take him a while to recover.
Fear no one.
It'll just be faster to redeploy him. And then we'll get one of these there as well. I'm thinking public order might be the way to go. Yeah. Need to start bumping these up. Actually, administrator is probably a better choice right now. Get Hanfu in there. Yeah, let's do that. It'll cost us a little bit to put him in this spot, but I think it's going to be worthwhile overall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be... Deng's the other option. I don't really have any industry in the other commanderies though. So I think we just do this. And then we'll put him wherever the peasantry is highest. Because eventually he'll get above the peasantry. And then here we'll grab... Does Ping have... That's Hune and Ye that have administrators. So I guess on Ping we'll just go administration office. Public order and common
Stand
sources.
as nobly as the
Can't be
mountain.
bad, right? What else? We need to get Hanfu back out as well. Maybe not Ping.
Cultivate patience.
He gets along with Guajia. But I do kind of want to see what they do. I guess we should be able to beat that regardless. Like, these are all medium units. These are all light. Even though they have Tianfeng. Oops. So we'll get her back out. Hune. Maybe even take this to small city. Yeah, let's do that.
Lift the peasants.
And then we gotta kind of be careful with Hanfu. He is...
The season ripens and
Oh my god, he's
blossoms.
got the +1 resilience naturally. Thought for sure he was dead. So then we're gonna
Bring
want...
news of what occurred in my absence.
Basically these
To
two
arms.
stacks, I think we're gonna have to start working on Gongsun. Because he's gotta be working on one of these. Which is gonna put him in pretty close proximity to us. Let's make sure that nobody else from the west wants to attack us. Ah, this is what we need to get.
We will talk.
We 100% need a non-aggression with Zhengyan.
We accept.
And then let's talk to Liu Biao real quick. See if we have anything that we need to sell
Excellent.
off.
Talk.
Clay axe, I guess. Yeah, it's really only worth 751 this turn, huh? It's not great. What about... Yeah, 'cause the return's even worse. What about Sao? Let's see what he'll offer us. He should have money. Right?
Greetings.
Okay, so we get more from Sao. That's good. So 969 versus... Not much more on a per turn basis. So I think we'll just take it. Hey, even increase a little bit. 982.
This promises good things for our future.
Alright, and then I think we'll wait next turn, and that's when we'll deploy the rest. That'll save us a little bit of upkeep.
Rotten foundations cannot hold.
Let's see what turn it is. Planning to play to about 15 today. I've been up for quite a while. I haven't been feeling too well, so probably another 6 turns or so. This will probably be a 3-parter. There's Shen Yu, that traitor. Who is this? Looks like he has a champion's leather. He does. So that's cool. But I don't think we want to spend the lineage on him. Well, so if we wait 1 turn, we will go into Honorable, which gives us the 20% recruitment cost discount on those retinues. So maybe that's what we do. Maybe we just chill for a turn and pick that up. Huntong will definitely go here. He's going to kind of trade off between the agricultural development assignment and reward the filial and corrupt, kind of depending on whatever we need the most, whether it be food or satisfaction or anti-corruption, as the case may be.
Then, do not break.
So they're going to be a bunch of cowards, and they're going to run from us, which is annoying. This faction will never ever sue for peace. Regardless, even if it's like they have 1 soldier left, they will never ever sue for peace. Super annoying. I was hoping that Liu Bei would do his job and keep this guy in check, but alas, here we are. Where is Liu Bei? I don't think we know about Liu Bei yet. It's not looking like. Nope. How's So doing on his grand adventure? Okay, that's interesting. I think he's on his way. I don't know where Yuan Shu came from though. It's weird for him to be here.
Our
It's kind
patience
of
is
a little
thin.
bit concerning actually. Because guess who doesn't get along? Me and this guy. Yeah, I think we can spare 4 food. for a
Your
brother,
proposal
you know?
is sound.
We do need to find one more trade agreement here. At some point. Somewhat tempted to take Dong. But that's gonna be kind of an annoying take. Especially with this squad running around.
Sprout
It's like
ever
hard to leave
upwards
this.
to heaven.
Yeah, we'll see.
Restore authority.
At the very least, we'll just pop him in
Let
ambush for
them
fun
stumble
right now,
into our trap.
since he's still gonna be mustering for a couple turns. Disguise our forces a bit. Alright. Let's move on. Come on. Okay, where are you guys going? Oh. We're dealing with Han. Alright. Oh shit. He's back. He's probably gonna go after that now that he's down there. Well, I don't think he should be able to, right?
Fire burns brightly and
Dong is dead.
indiscriminately.
Noble's leather. I think we just sell that to the highest bidder. This guy's being such a dick this campaign.
Resist corruption and endure
Doesn't he know
hardships.
that we have Gongsun Zan to worry about?
Restore
We're gonna
harmony.
want a pretty similar retinue, honestly. Although what
My
we
lord.
should do
How can I serve?
is have Guo take it. Because I think we also want a little bit of artillery. We could do this. Right. Where is this guy? He's an unping. Technically, he's giving us a reduction on this. So we could maybe pick that up. I feel like we also kind of need to split the distance between these two.
Remain honest.
Because ideally in one turn we should be able to get either place. Just kind of have this be the defense
Now
mechanism
we
for
wait.
those two
For China.
regions.
For China.
So here's what we'll do. Let's pick up
When
Guo.
drawing a bow, hold the breath.
Let's pop him outside. We will get, I think, kind of the same setup. Something like that. We're a little bit short on cash in order to be able to afford a couple of these. So let's go sell the ancillary we just got. Now, I'm thinking at this point,
Welcome,
might give us
friend.
the better price. Let's double check though. 1892 versus
We are ready to talk.
actually, wow, it still says so. Okay.
A joy to see you. This promises good things for our future.
So now we'll pick up 2 of those. I think I'm just gonna drop these. Yeah, they're only 70, I guess. I think they provide enough, maybe in the army, to make it worth. If nothing else, they're gonna have pretty decent ammunition because of his cunning.
Law must rule.
Let's see. Do I want to pick up anything on?
Remain pure.
Yeah. I guess the other option would be a couple of these to help tank in the mounted lancers.
History will remember me as
It's
China's
probably not a
savior.
bad idea. But we'll save the cash for now and see what we need it for. Yeah, I think this all looks pretty good. Kind of want to have Hun Fu. What do we want him to do? Kind of want him to scout.
Forward! Patience can snare any foe.
Alright, so haven't seen Gongsun yet. I'm a little bit concerned, to be quite honest. A little bit concerned. How long is his
Remain
resilience
supple.
gonna be a thing? Huh. Alright.
Honor your ideals. Reject corruption.
Looks like we can't get any more deployments this season, but I think we want to get Zhonghe up in there as well. So let's see where Huang Shao goes. Okay. He's gonna run around being a dick some more. Think we can get to him this turn? Coming of age there. Let's see, I think we want to... Their relationship is already pretty good, so I think we want to go here. Start working on that one a bit.
Vent frustration.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
Marching!
Oh my god. We legit don't have the movement points to get to him. Hang on.
Lead
Do you
strongly.
have movement points to get to him?
At ease.
No. Of course not.
Serve integrity.
Let's see.
Purge chaos. The mightiest tree survives on its roots. Ever upwards.
I think they chase. They're never gonna catch him, though, are they? Let's check out their movement. No range bonus there. What is this? I think it's incredible. 30 stats? Hello? Why don't I get one of those?
A land without people is bereft of spirit.
Wait, how does he just not have a weapon? I don't think that's possible. I don't think he's giving them any move either.
For the people.
So maybe... Just try to toss this on him really quick.
China is people, not its oppressive
And then we'll just let
warlords.
them run them down. Granted, we don't
Men,
really have
do not
much in the way of
break.
spearmen, but
Destroy corruption.
he's decently well equipped, I think.
Remain resolute.
And then we can move him
Destiny
over
awaits.
here. So if they do decide to come in here and try to take the farmland, we'll just take it right back. Famous last words, I know, but you know, this time it'll work. Shuyo is back, we don't care. We'll take a 9 food hit doing this. That's only 4, right? Yeah. I think we can get away with that. Preferably it would be here, honestly. Because this is where we're stacking peasantry, but... Wait a minute. Here is where it would be. Yeah, it's a little bit too expensive though. So we'll wait. What else do we get? We get peace with Dongmin. Military access with
Good to see you.
Decent, especially if he's willing to give us some cash for it. Okay, okay.
As you wish.
He's at war with Shao, which we appreciate. Please come in and kill him for us. We'd appreciate that even more. Now it looks like we might be able to afford... Yeah. Yes. So let's do that. Anything else? I think that's about it. Ooh, I forgot to take into account the small city. It's gonna be 2 food. Ooh, we might be down 1 food if they take the farmland. And that's even before winter. Alright, well, we
China
can't
is
lose the
people,
farmland.
not its oppressive warlords.
Leave our other farmland alone, you dick. Hang on, can we get to you this turn? I think we can. Agriculture master, nice, nice. Yeah,
Toward glory!
you
Persevere.
can't run away. So there, at 5%, coming up huge. Let's see, do we just delegate this? Probably. Predicted casualties is low. We should replenish whatever they get.
From the roots
Yeah, that's
to
that's
heaven!
not too bad. I think I'm gonna execute you for betraying us.
Grant them
Thank you very
dignity and
much.
death.
Let's see, it'll take 3 turns to replenish. So maybe we do just grab the...
Return
ransom
them to their kin. Our victory is proof of heaven's approval.
money. And then he'll take... Oh gosh, what's one show card take? I mean, ultimately he can be the next administrator. So then we do continue down this road. Got our stone rat back, that's good. We give it to her. Who else needs one? She'll go up there, try to get some more authority because, hey, satisfaction is always nice. We are at -1 food. Wait, how are we at -1 right now? Oh, I know why. The guy's coming back. Right, no? Oh, actually, we do need to bring him back. Because now that we've swapped this over, we're not making as much food. That's a problem. This place could be making more food. Let's make that a thing. Let's do that one for now. And then next turn we'll put the guy on assignment there and bump it up further.
Serve the people.
Okay. Alright, so Gongsun took Bohai. Oh shit, he also has Pingyuan. He's closing in quick, isn't he? Which means that's probably going to be his next target. I would think. So let's head over here and keep an eye on him.
Show no mercy.
At ease.
I think you're going to normal stance. Let's put you... That's too far away, isn't it?
Moving out.
Maybe we scout the city really quick. Yep, he's there. Okay.
Advancing.
Go back over here. Alright, we'll be able to retreat. That's good.
To arms.
Shit, we're out of range of that
Sleep
now, aren't we?
quiets conflicting thoughts.
So let's get them a little closer. We'll be able to replenish, but can't really afford to give up that farmland for free. Could also think about suing for peace with the Dome. Means we won't be able to attack the Han settlements anymore, but I don't think we need the money immediately. Let's hold off. So Guojia and Yuan Shao together should, and I say should, be able to handle this one army. It's a pretty strong army, but in theory, we have the tools to dispel it.
Serve integrity.
Go away.
Retreat.
Now, did we lure him close enough to 2v1 him at this point? That would be perfect, actually. I don't think we did, but maybe. Okay, there's finally Liu Bei doing his job. Alright, war coordination target is cancelled. Why is that? Because you took it. I'm so proud of you, Shao.
Glad tidings.
Got a new mission for you. Go get the Emperor.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
Okay.
All as one.
Hang on really quick. Let's make sure this guy doesn't have night battle. He does not, but he's potentially very close to it. We don't want any of that noise.
To war.
I think he just
To
runs.
action.
He's gonna fight that? That kind of scares me, honestly. Okay. reinforcements are coming from. This could be kind of sketch. He does have some strong units for sure. And then let alone his generals are incredible. Do we have enough spears?
Steel yourselves!
Oh god, what is this reinforcement? I do not like that at all.
At the ready!
Well, at least it's wide open terrain so I can kind of see what he's up to maybe. But
With speed!
they might reach me before I can
Look!
group my armies
Our
together.
reinforcements are on the field!
That is not great. Looks like they're splitting up their forces a bit though. Okay, interesting. I mean, technically we've got the high ground right here, so that's good for us. The longer we can freeze his army in place here, the better. Those are not the fastest, are they? Where is he moving? Hard to say. It looks like he's kind of moving in between our armies. Oh gosh, don't do that. Maybe something like that. Yeah, we need to actually group these up. Let's see if we can run this way. Looks like we're already in range. So maybe we just try to get further into him. Man, this is so awkward. Awkward, crappy position. Oops. Here, do this. Just retreat a little bit. At least he's shooting at shoulder units. That's fine, I guess.
Speed warriors! The time has come!
Make sure we have all of our duels turned off. So we're not coming anywhere near that.
Volley!
Alright, looks like we'll get a little bit of time to group us up here. In fact,
Hold!
let's swap these out.
Hurry!
Never mind, we can start firing like right now.
Attend! At the ready!
Then we can start making a move from the side here.
Double time! Stand ready! Bolts ready!
Are those not attacking? Holy shit. Right, we need to watch out for
Cavalry!
cat on the flank.
Make haste!
In fact, let's just keep you guys
March at the
honest.
double! Make ready! Move! To attention! Do not relent! The time has come! At the ready!
Charge their archers, best of our ability.
Ex-warriors! Go, go, go!
Get some of
Make
those in
ready!
there.
Strike!
Let's have them step
Time
up.
has come!
Step
Knock
our
them
archers
ready.
back a bit.
Move, move!
The enemy warriors are running!
Ah! Fight! To battle!
Get our other squad to get in here. They are so slow though.
To attention!
Goodness.
Unleash fury! Charge! Stand ready!
Try to get some good charges off. Cool G, need to run. Oh my gosh.
archers! Unleash fury!
Completely decimated that.
Prepare! Ready! Feel your
Just need to get those attacking.
Steel yourselves! Show no mercy! Ready!
One day,
Run!
our units will get
Look,
up
the
here.
enemy run! Craven! Destroy them!
How are we gonna deal
At
with
the
this?
ready! Attack!
We need spears all over him. Real bad. Get out of here. Pretty sure I put that on years ago.
I will cut out your heart! Have you eaten lately? You look gaunt!
Loose! Destroy them! To battle! Take heed, warriors! Look, the enemy run! Craven! Attend! Steel yourselves!
We also need to handle Zhao Yun.
Stand ready!
He is additionally
Do not
no
relent!
joke.
The time has come! Faster! Kill them! Attend! Attend me, spearmen! Strike! Attack!
Kill him. What? He's just running away from us.
Charge!
What the hell?
Unleash fury! Show no mercy! Attack! Look, the enemy run! Craven!
He just runs
Hurry,
wherever he
move!
wants.
Kill
Oh
them!
my god.
Unleash fury! Double time! Do not relent! Run, run!
Over here real quick.
The time has come!
Do they fear you, or just the
What are
horses?
you doing?
What difference does it make?
All of you, get on those cows.
Ready! Prepare!
Our victory grows ever closer!
Show no mercy! Strike! Attend!
Alright, did we kill Gongsun? Nope, he's running. Of course we didn't kill him. That dick.
We have killed an enemy general!
We got Zhao,
Destroy
good.
them! Ready!
Alright, let's
No mercy!
finish clearing this
Axes!
up. We lost so much. You see why I was very insistent on 2v1ing that army.
Steel yourselves! To attention!
Watching
Stand ready!
Gongsun Zan run in with his dread spear that just scares everything around and then adds Roar of the Beast to it. You're just like, your entire front line just breaks immediately. It's the saddest ever. Alright, we're running down every possible unit that we can. Get those guys especially.
Ready! Stand ready! To battle! Move!
Alright, what else?
Take heed, warrior!
Do we have any more cav?
Cavalry mount up!
Nope.
The
They
time
go.
has come! Fight!
Stand ready! Attack!
Alright, let's speed that up a bit. Alright, just to swap. You're never gonna catch the White Horse fellows, that's fine. So we just kill that, and then that. Meanwhile, these should finish off the G Militia eventually, and the G Militia. These things are so bad at chasing things down though. Alright, that's good enough. That's not them, that's them. And then once we decimate this little force, I think we're good. Now, the blessing for us is that this battle was in our own territory, so we should be able to end the turn in our own territory and therefore replenish before the next battle. Because I'm assuming, as long as we keep our army together, our armies together near each other, that Gongsun shouldn't attack us. We should be way too weak. should jab Yuan with his Flames of the Phoenix. That's a yikes. This unit wrecked us also. Got their jab.
A quick wit dodges
Come
the
on,
hardest blow.
Dreadspear. Come on, Dreadspear. Let's see. I honestly don't hate this guy. Tell you what, we will pick him up and then see
In service of the Empire.
kind of what he's got. Now that money is tempting, don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure we want
All
punishment
deeds
here.
towards the design.
We want to make sure that we don't
There is cunning in
get
caution.
wrecked. Actually, we can finish him, right?
Destiny awaits!
Yeah.
Strike quickly.
Alright, low casualties. I think we'll just...
We outwitted them.
That's a litter.
In service of the Empire.
Absolutely.
Marching.
Yeah, no Dreadspear though.
All
Super
as
annoying.
one.
How dare he not pay with his weapon? Alright, so then I think we're gonna split up
To battle.
our forces now.
I am destined
Try to get as
rule.
much purchase as possible.
Lead strongly.
He'll head over here. That's not
Marching!
our territory. That's good. And then I think we start working on these.
Remain honest. Standard stance.
And then we'll move you down
Toward
here
glory.
for
Bring news of
now.
what occurred in my absence.
And we'll probably just end up moving him through the large town here as well. But and then I think that's gonna be about it for this turn. We're a little bit short on food. Oh, we also need to get that assignment out. Hene is the place, I'm pretty sure. That should handle our food problem. Got pretty good lineage. Maybe we do a recruit if we find somebody good. They're interesting. They have 30 base stats. This guy might be worth it because of the champion's leather. But, yeah. Oh, and we wanted to check on this guy too to see what his stuff, what's his skills were. See if we keep him. That's right, he was one away from fire arrows. We'll keep him around. We spared his life, so he's pretty happy with us for a while. Seems fine.
A lapping tide erodes stones.
Let's see, where's our other illustrator? Here we go. Get a little population growth. Everything else looks pretty decent there.
Persevere.
Okay, I think that's gonna be about it for this turn. So we're gonna go ahead and call it here. I gotta take off anyway, so so yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching this first part, and hope you guys come back for the second part. Should be either tomorrow or Sunday. Well, yeah, probably not tomorrow since it's 4th of July, but probably Sunday. So yeah, thank you guys very much, and have a good day.